You are here for one of two reasons. One, you want to hear the craziest LA story of all time. Mine probably isn't the craziest, there's probably crazier stories out there. Or, you found me on your For You page. Shout out to YouTube for that. Alright, so this is my LA experience, not the only one. There have been plenty of times that something crazy has happened in LA. And I just happen to be right in the middle of it almost every time. But here is part one. Basically, we're at In and Out after a conference. It's almost midnight. Absolutely packed for no reason. Like, who is at In and Out at midnight? There's no seating. There's like 50 of us in our group, and there's no seating. So we sit outside. But before we're there, we're in line, and this super sketchy guy. He's like, um, we'll call him Johnny. Johnny. He's like, hey, any of you guys have like $2 I could borrow? I was there with a super nice friend. He's like, yeah, well, after I buy this. And he's like, thank you, bro, thank you. And then, like, you know that thing influencers do?
Actually, you can keep this. We're actually just seeing if people will give. Them giving them back 100 times what they gave me.
So he did that, except he didn't even hand my friend the money. He handed me the money. I said no. I didn't even give him a chance. I just instantly said no. Because he was super sketchy. I'm like, this guy is not an influencer. And so he hands me like $20 in assorted bills, like a 10, a 5, or whatever, and then a few ones. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And then I realize there's this trick that drug dealers and other peoples do. They lace money in fentanyl or whatever, and then, get a kill streak. Yeah, so that was fun. Also, you guys like my ring? It's kind of cool. From PacSun. Shout out to PacSun. Alright, so basically, we sit down, we get our food. I'm like, oh, shoot. I have the money in my pocket, and so at this time I, like, realized it. Didn't really want to touch it. So, eventually I get a napkin. I take it out of my pocket without touching it. And then, I, like, don't think I ever wore those pants after that. So, I mean, I don't want to die. And so I just leave it on a table, like on the floor. I'm like, if someone homeless person wants it, cool. All right, so I'm done eating at this time. A few of my friends are still eating. We're just there. And this homeless woman is just there. Spawns in. Out of nowhere. And she's like yelling at the security guard, telling him she ordered something. He's like, no, you didn't. Oh, yeah, I was questioning why there's security until about this moment. She's like, there's so many homeless people around there. It was like Gotham City. It was kind of crazy. So she's like, I ordered a burger. And he like wouldn't let her in. She's like, you're assaulting me, stop it. I'm like, bruh. Yeah, so eventually, security guard is African American, by the way. She is white. She is like from Texas without the accent. She is pale. She's like, pulled out the little FN. And security guard is not phased. Props to this guy. He didn't let her in. He didn't budge. He is a mammoth of a man and deserves some recognition. Shout out to the security guard. Oh my gosh. And so she was obviously hungry. And so someone in our group was done, and they gave her some fries. She's nibbling on them like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It was pretty interesting. And this dude across the street smoking a cigarette. He's like, stop giving her stuff. Except he didn't say stuff. After he's done with his cigarette, he throws it to the side and tries to walk inside, but he has a massive oxygen tank. This is how I saw the guy. I'm like, he's literally on his deathbed, and I'm assuming this is how he was the next day, like buried. Yeah, it was really interesting. And so he like rushes inside, but the homeless woman is still there. So eventually, after she's like just causing trouble, the manager comes out, and the manager basically says like, "Hey, like you need to leave. This is my property. You're pissing people off, so you need to leave right now." And she's like, "It's not your property." He's like, "Yes, it is. I'm the manager." And they basically chase her away. Except they're like 6 feet away the whole time, giving her room. She's like, "Stop it, you're insulting me." Oh my god. And she was like, "Karma is up. It's gonna come back and get you." At this point, I'm like, just leave. You're done. And so eventually they chased her off. This is on Sunset Boulevard. This is like kind of crazy. Like, we thought it would be better on Sunset Boulevard. No. There's so many homeless and so much going on. Eventually, we get back to our hotel. I don't know why there was traffic. It was almost 1 in the morning at this point. And that guy that gave me the money was just standing there, like, watching people really creepily. So hopefully, I guess I would be dead already. Comment down below if you know anything about that. I would be dead already, right? It's been almost a week. It was last Saturday, and it's Thursday now, the 14th. So, yeah. It was pretty crazy so far. And then we get back to our hotel after hours. Actually, it's about an hour. It's a 15-minute drive normally. There's so much traffic at almost 1 in the morning. Like, what? So we get back to our hotel. My flight leaves early. So I have to leave my hotel at 3:30. I'm just trying to pack. Eventually, before I can pack, we had to park. I don't know why parking was such an issue at 1 o'clock in the morning. There was only 2 spots in the hotel. It's like in a parking garage. We're trying to park, and I'm trying to help our driver. I have to like get out and direct them. And then all of a sudden we hear pop, pop, 2 gunshots right outside. It sounded like it might have been even in the hotel. I was like, at this point, I was so tired that I didn't really care. But it was pretty scary after realizing what had actually happened and like talking about it and telling people about it. It was pretty crazy. So I finally like get back in our room, pack up, and then leave an hour later. But yeah, that's my LA story. Comment down below any other crazy stories. I have a lot of those, so I will probably be posting more. And I'll see you guys soon.